Hey, Patriots fans! Today we are diving deep into all the latest buzz surrounding our New England Patriots, and trust me, there's a lot to unpack. First off, we cannot ignore the looming matchup against the Tennessee Titans. Everyone knows who used to coach them, Mike Vrabel, and you better believe he's going to be itching for some revenge. This game is personal for him, no doubt. But make no mistake, the Patriots come into this one as heavy favorites, and while it may look easy on paper, there's still things you can't overlook. Every game matters, and the Titans, even with their struggles, are a team you need to respect enough to execute flawlessly against. Now, looking at the current Patriots roster, questions about potential additions are always circulating. One that keeps popping up is Jakobi Meyers. Could a reunion be on the table? Honestly, it is complicated. Jakobi was solid when he was here, no question. He brought energy and had his moments of brilliance. But the team let him go for reasons that made sense at the time, and getting him back would likely cost a fourth-round pick. Right now, the Patriots already have slot receivers who fit the offense perfectly. Stefon Diggs dominates that role, and players like Kyle Williams and Pop Douglas are in the rotation. The team doesn't need a player who overlaps that role. What they need are deep threats who can stretch defenses. Meyers, as much as fans like him, doesn't fill that particular need. The focus should be on adding pieces that create real, dynamic opportunities in the passing game, not just returning familiar faces. Speaking of the roster, it's also fair to examine the division. Will the Patriots sweep any divisional opponents this year? Realistically, sweeping the Bills is unlikely. They are a strong team, and even though the Patriots beat them on the road, consistency against Buffalo is no guarantee. But the Jets? That's a different story. They're struggling mightily, and if the Patriots don't dominate them by a wide margin, it's time for some serious reflection. There's a difference between a close win and asserting total control, and against a team like the Jets, total control should be expected. This is the kind of matchup where the Patriots can really make a statement. Now, diving into player focus, there are always names flying around in trade rumors and speculative discussions. Chris Olave is one player who pops up as a possible target. Speed, agility, and deep threat potential. He offers the kind of explosive option that complements a quarterback like Drake May. Then there's Rashid Shahi, another quick, dynamic player who can make defenses pay if the Patriots decide to expand their receiving arsenal. On the running back side, there are options like Alvin Kamara or Jerome Ford, even if age or contract considerations come into play. With Rondre Stevenson and Trayvon Henderson already in the rotation, the Patriots could still look to enhance depth, especially if they want to balance the run-pass dynamic more effectively. The key is targeting players who can immediately impact games and align with the team's current strategic needs. Now, let's talk about the MVP conversation because, honestly, it's hard not to bring up Drake May. His performance has been stellar, and week after week, he continues to impress. But beyond him, there are other players who deserve recognition. Marcus Jones is a prime example. This guy has been exceptional, not just at cornerback, but on special teams as well. Week in and week out, he makes plays that swing games. Against the Saints, the strategy was clear: attack Marcus Jones. And it didn't work. Just one reception for 8 yards against him, along with multiple pass breakups, shows his ability to read offenses and execute at high level. At 5'8", he is proving that size doesn't define impact. Punt returns, tackles, and coverage responsibilities. He is doing it all, and this is a contract year player who is shaping up to be indispensable. Extending him is not just a priority. It's a necessity for the Patriots moving forward. Switching gears to the offense, there are questions about the running game. Right now, it's far from perfect. Rondre Stevenson, for instance, seems hesitant at times, likely due to fumbling concerns. When a running back is worried about holding onto the football, it limits explosiveness and aggressiveness. The offensive line also hasn't been performing at peak levels, which compounds the problem. Yet there are signs of potential improvement. As defenses continue to respect Drake May's arm, running lanes should open, giving the backs opportunities to shine. Trayvon Henderson, still learning the ropes, has not yet shown the full range of his talent. His production is limited, and he struggles after contact, which is a mix of inexperience and the current offensive line's weaknesses. However, given more snaps and development time, both Henderson and Stevenson could evolve into reliable contributors. The coaching staff faces a balancing act: how to integrate young talent while maintaining consistent offensive efficiency. Finally, there is the critical matchup mentality to consider. Against teams like the Titans, who are struggling on offense and lacking in execution, the Patriots cannot afford to take it easy. A dominating performance is expected. The goal is to make a statement, both to the division and to the league, that the Patriots are executing at the highest level. Scores like 42-13 are realistic, but beyond numbers, it's about sending a clear message. New England is in control. Every snap, every drive, and every adjustment matters when you're aiming for consistency and playoff positioning. Players, coaches, and fans all share in the responsibility to maintain focus, because in the NFL, momentum is everything, and one lapse can change the trajectory of a season. Continuing with the Patriots breakdown, we have to talk about the offensive line because, honestly, that's been the silent challenge so far this season. It's not that they're terrible. It's more that they haven't been consistent enough to make the run game click. There are moments of brilliance, flashes where everything clicks, but the rest of the time, it's patchwork. When you look at the backfield, Stevenson and Henderson are talented, but they need holes to exploit. If the line can't sustain blocks or create even semi-consistent lanes, it doesn't matter how fast or skilled a running back is. And right now, the team's struggles in the run game are as much about line performance as they are about the backs themselves. Yet, there's hope. Sometimes all it takes is one big adjustment, one player stepping up, and suddenly the dynamics shift. One thing I've noticed this season is the patience with Tavon Henderson. People are quick to judge, but you have to remember he's a rookie. Yes, the stats aren't flashy. Yes, he's had issues after contact, but he's still learning. The NFL isn't college. Players get exposed when they hit this level, and Henderson is no exception. The key is giving him enough repetitions to build confidence while balancing with Stevenson's experience. If the coaching staff can find that sweet spot, the running game could turn from a liability into a weapon. Right now, it's all about rhythm and trust. Trust in the offensive line, trust in the play design, and trust in the player's ability to make decisive moves once the hole opens. Shifting over to the passing game, Drake May continues to be the heartbeat of this offense. His vision, timing, and ability to read defenses are what make the Patriots dangerous every single week. The receivers around him are talented, but May elevates the whole unit. The big plays are happening because he can anticipate coverage and deliver the ball where it needs to go before defenders even react. That's why targeting deep threats like Chris Olave is intriguing. Adding speed and separation to complement the current roster gives May even more options, and it stretches defenses in a way that makes the entire offense more dynamic. Every successful deep ball opens up underneath routes and running lanes, and that's a cycle that can sustain a high-performing offense all season. Special teams deserve a spotlight too, particularly Marcus Jones. This guy is phenomenal. People talk about cornerbacks and receivers, but Marcus is doing everything: punt returns, coverage, cornerback responsibilities, and he's excelling in every facet. Week after week, he proves that impact isn't about size. It's about skill, intelligence, and anticipation. The Saints tried to test him, and they failed. That 1-for-5 stat on receptions thrown his way doesn't even capture the full impact. Breakups, tackles, punt returns, and overall field awareness make him invaluable. He's shaping himself into one of the league's top special teams players, and honestly, the Patriots would be making a huge mistake if they let him walk after this season. He's a difference maker, and in a league where every possession matters, players like him tilt games in your favor without ever needing the spotlight on offense. Now, let's circle back to the Titans matchup because that's the perfect microcosm for evaluating the Patriots. Tennessee's offense is struggling across the board. They rank near the bottom in nearly every category: yards per game, passing efficiency, offensive line protection, you name it. They're inexperienced and inconsistent, which should translate into a dominant performance for New England. This isn't just a game to pad stats. It's a chance to assert authority over a team coached by Vrabel, a team that's fighting to find its identity. For the Patriots, blowing them out isn't just satisfying, it's necessary. Establishing dominance early sets a tone for the rest of the season and sends a message that New England isn't taking any part of the schedule lightly. It's not just about winning. It's about controlling the narrative, controlling the game flow, and forcing mistakes from the opposition. Looking ahead, the Patriots' strategy has to blend patience and aggression. The running game needs a push, yes, but it also needs smart play calling that leverages May's arm and the depth of the receiving core. Targeting mismatches, reading defensive schemes in real time, and executing without hesitation are key. On defense, containing explosive threats, maintaining gap integrity, and generating turnovers will keep New England in a position to dominate. It's a balance, and one that requires discipline from every unit on the field. Mistakes here, whether mental or physical, can cascade quickly. The team has talent, but talent alone isn't enough. Execution under pressure is what separates playoff contenders from the rest. One more angle to consider is development and depth. The Patriots have young players who are raw but promising. Henderson, Williams, Douglas, all of them have the potential to become key contributors. Integrating them without overexposing weaknesses is tricky. Coaches need to trust their veterans while still giving these young players opportunities to grow. It's a juggling act that will define the season. Too little exposure, and the team misses out on building future stars. Too much, and they risk costly mistakes. The right balance, executed consistently, can turn this roster into a powerhouse capable of deep playoff runs. The mental aspect cannot be understated either. Confidence is contagious. Wins build momentum, and every time the Patriots execute a big play or dominate a possession, it reinforces belief in the system. Conversely, any lapse in focus can snowball. Against teams like the Titans, mental preparation is as critical as physical readiness. The offense must operate with precision. The defense must anticipate and react, and the special teams must be flawless in coverage and returns. It's a total package, and the Patriots have the pieces. They just have to align everything in the same direction. Finally, looking at the broader picture, this is a team in transition but with immense upside. Quarterback play, receiving options, running back rotations, and defensive versatility are all areas where adjustments and fine-tuning can yield significant gains. Fans should pay attention to the evolution of the younger players and the integration of strategic acquisitions. Every game is an opportunity to refine, learn, and push closer to the goal. The Patriots have the talent, the coaching, and the opportunity. It's all about execution, consistency, and seizing the moments when they present themselves. So as we look ahead, the narrative is layered. Rookie development, key veteran performances, strategic roster decisions, and matchup-specific adjustments are all intertwined. The Titans game is just one chapter in a much bigger story, but it's an important one because it sets expectations and tests the team's ability to execute under pressure. With a combination of speed, experience, and talent across the roster, the Patriots have the tools to make a statement not just this week, but for the rest of the season. And while there are still questions, particularly around young running backs and potential roster tweaks, the core remains strong and capable of competing at the highest level. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers are already rippling through the NFL world as one of the league's most intriguing moves seems to be taking shape. The New England Patriots are reportedly zeroing in on DIONTAE Johnson to spearhead their offense. While nothing has been officially confirmed, sources close to the organization hint that the Patriots are determined to secure the star wide receiver, and the implications for the team could be enormous. Patriots fans are buzzing at the prospect of Johnson in Foxborough. Known for his crisp route running and reliable hands, Johnson could provide the stability and explosiveness that New England's passing game has desperately sought in recent seasons. The speculation is that the front office views him as the missing piece to elevate Mac Jones's game to a consistently elite level. If the deal comes together, it would mark a bold statement by Bill Belichick's team, reaffirming their commitment to dominating the AFC East and making a splash in the league-wide wide receiver market. Sources suggest talks have been ongoing for weeks, with the Patriots showing a willingness to offer a package that could rival any suitor in the league. While other teams reportedly circled Johnson with aggressive proposals, the whispers indicate that New England's unique combination of offensive scheme and culture might be the real selling point. Insiders hint that Johnson's camp has been intrigued by the idea of becoming the centerpiece of Patriots' attack, something that could provide both long-term security and immediate visibility on a national stage. The rumor mill has also noted the potential impact on the locker room. Patriots veterans are said to be excited by the possibility of adding a playmaker of Johnson's caliber. Meanwhile, fans are already debating how his presence would change the dynamics of the offense, speculating on everything from deep ball connections to red zone dominance. The excitement has been palpable, with social media buzzing and sports talk shows lighting up with predictions. While nothing is finalized, the idea of DIONTAE Johnson donning a Patriots uniform has ignited conversations across the league. If this move happens, it could reshape not only New England's offensive identity, but also the balance of power in the AFC. For now, it remains a tantalizing rumor, one that Patriots fans are eagerly watching as the NFL offseason heats up. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.